a very pleasant good evening and welcome to Ventura College Basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. Jeff Stoynoff, Jay Holloway with you for tonight's doubleheader action. Santa Barbara City College paying a visit to Ventura to take on the Pirates. And Jay, in the words of one of my favorite movies, Hoosiers, for Santa Barbara City College, it's going to be a lonely bench. They only arrive with 7 players on the men's side. But this is a team, despite the record of 4-16, that has won 2 in a row and does come in with some weapons, specifically leading scorer Robert Hutchins.
Yeah, I think that's a key point, Jeff, is get him the ball because not a very great scoring team, but when he scores often, they win. Yep. Only 4 wins, but when he has the ball in his hands, good things do happen more times than none.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll get a little bit of help from Ben Clay as well, who averages a little over 13 a game. Turning our attention to the Pirates, it's a team playing very well. Hankerson picking it up and Vita Fennell having an outstanding conference season for the Pirates, and they get Isaiah Reyes back, a spark plug playmaker as well.
Yeah, it's a lot of scoring we're seeing tonight, Jeff. So yeah. I think the key is who could get more stops tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, certainly you start there with Santa Barbara City College, and they're going to want to keep the game low scoring if they possibly can. That's been their recipe for success in the 2 victories, when I believe off the top of my head they've eliminated their opponents to right around 60 points a game. That's quite a bit lower than what we've seen here in the Western State North. So defense going to be the order of the day, and can the Pirates keep it going? 3-1 now in conference play, sitting in a tie atop the Western State North. So some questions to be answered. We will step aside, come back with the opening tip in just a couple of minutes here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Underway. Game 1 here, the men, Santa Barbara City College and Ventura College. Here in the Western State North, Cowan at the controls, off to LeCount. Coach Joey Ramirez going with the standard starting 5. Cowan and Young in the backcourt, Hankerson up front with Fennell and LeCount. This is Fennell fouled as he goes up for the shot. It's going to be Crandall who picks up the foul. It's going to be a very tough matchup across the board here for Santa Barbara City College. Their tallest player comes in at 6'5". And Fennell, LeCount with good size down low. So advantage number 1 for the Pirates is going to be up front in terms of size.
So you're saying defense by committee? Jeff?
It's going to take something. It's going to take a team effort on Fennell, who does miss the first free throw attempt, comes in averaging over 13 a game. But Vita has been outstanding in conference play with a scoring average well over 20 in the 4 games. In fact, it started just before conference play with a 30-point effort and a 1-point loss to Santa Monica. And he has just kept it going from there. Drayton Howell at the controls, off to Givens. Back to Howell. And Howell will back it off. Vaquero's going to take some time. Fade away from Crandall is short. Crashing the boards, it's Clay. Tries to pass it back out.
Nice
drops a pass instead inside, and Crandall with the left-handed layup gives the Vaqueros the 2-1 lead early.
Nice no-look there from Ben Clay.
Yeah, Clay initially tried to pass it out, then thought better of it. Cowan splitting a double team, interior feed to LeCount, blocked by Clay.
So 2 good plays there from Ben Clay, one on offense and one on defense.
Yeah, Clay is going to have to give him a sensational effort down low. He is the size up front. I can tell you, Clay is listed at 6'5". I think they lowballed it. He's standing next to Vita Fennell. I think Clay is a couple inches taller than that. They'll work it into Clay at the foul line. Turnaround shot. Too strong. LeCount has the rebound.
Wish he was 6'8" on that shot.
Hankerson, 4-3. Back iron. Long rebound. Givens thought about running, but no numbers. He'll leave it for Howell. The first thing we know is, well, we haven't seen Hutchins touch the ball, but he is in the game along with Givens and Howell. Small lineup. They'll go with 3 guards, and then it's Crandall and Clay in the front court. This is Hutchins, his first touch. Picked up by LeCount in the switch. They'll clear it out. Hutchins with a little stutter step, but good defense by LeCount. Clay goes to the crossover, hooks it to Givens. Left-handed 3 on the way, no good. Hankerson battling for the board, and he's got it. Cowan Ahead to Young. Young in from the right. Goes up for the shot, and it's blocked by Hutchins. The Vaqueros come in with a record of 4-16 on the season, but they've won 2 straight after a 13-game losing streak. And a struggle this season for Coach Hodges and this Vaquero team, but after the victory on Wednesday night, very proud of his team and the way that they've continued to battle and give him effort. And they're seeing the rewards of that here in conference play with a couple of wins. It's a long season. LeCount has that one tipped away, but he regains. Cowan works around the LeCount screen. LeCount will fire from 15. Off the back iron. Hutchins high up for the rebound.
It's a good shot.
Still a 2-1 game. The Vaqueros with the early lead. Howell around a Crandall screen. Fennell on him in a switch. They work it down low to Clay. Clay in the low post. Turnaround half hook. Won't go. Fennell has the rebound.
Not a good shot from him off the angle from a side of the backboard.
Cowan in from the right. Leaves it for Fennell. Passes on the 3. Steps in. 18-footer in the air. Rimming in. So Fennell with the shooter's touch, as we are joined maybe by the Mike Zepeda.
Maybe.
Mike, you're in the area. We know it. Mike still setting some things up, doing double duty as always. Pass down low to Clay, and he gets the roll.
So 2 straight when they score, they have good passing in down in the paint.
Yeah, Howell, they're able to break down the defense. And goes to Clay.
Ben Clay, any relation to Bill Clay?
William Clay. Crandall goes down, and they're going to call the offensive foul on Fennell.
That's pretty weak.
First foul on Fennell.
Crandall with a gift there, but he was trying to sell the contact early, and Fennell picks up a cheapie.
Yeah, Crandall listed at all of 6'1", matching up with Fennell, giving away about 7 inches. And
Crandall, any relation to Chris?
Maybe.
You know, we're gonna start needing like a what is that, the family tree
Yeah,
search?
the family tree search.
Yeah, right, on these teams, find out. Crandall working down low, lost the handle, turnaround shot off the glass is good.
Oh, he's got a nice crafty post game there. Crandall looking pretty good at 6'1" down low.
Crandall starting his 5th game in a row, replacing Jesse DeVries in the starting lineup, and he has improved on his scoring in each game since entering the starting lineup. Speaking of scoring, Hankerson, they're going to call it a long 2. No, that's a 3, so it's tied at 6. So Hankerson on the board. All tied up. Givens, they go down low. Clay, guarded by Fennell, threads a pass through. Hutchins fakes and then lays it in. Well, you can see why Hutchins averages over 20 a game. Fade away from Hankerson, pretty.
Smooth as silk.
But Hutchins has that very sort of clever style about his game, working down low in among the trees, but he takes his time, able to hit the shot. Set shot from Clay for 3.
That's too easy.
So Clay for 3. It's a little bit of a flashback to Wandier and the performance that he put on a week or so ago. Do you remember when he hit about 8 threes in the first half?
Yeah.
And he just went off. So Joey Ramirez
that was up
immediately
at
takes
Allen
the time.
Hancock, is that correct? Allen Hancock, Bulldogs.
Yeah.
That was opening week of conference play. You're exactly right. First of all, Ventura needs to do a better job of picking up in transition. That's been their Achilles heel all year. And then you have finger pointing going on going into the timeout huddle. Coach Joey Ramirez, not happy right now. His team's down 3.
Yeah, and for the Pirates, they have all this momentum going. Couple of wins in a row. They're tied atop the Western State North, positioning themselves for a playoff berth. And the last thing you want to do is have that derailed with a game that on paper you really should win. Hankerson hangs and hits. 7 in a row for Cordell Hankerson. The Pirates back within 1 as Hankerson continues his hot shooting. Hutchins right of the key. Hankerson guarding him closely. Long 3 for Hutchins. Rims no good. Fennell leaves it for Cowan, quickly ahead to Young. Young with a baseline drive. Tries to feed it to Frank, who's checked in, but it's broken up by Clay. And now Crandall hits the deck in the center of the floor. That brings a whistle. So Cowan with his first foul. He'll head to the bench. That'll bring on Isaiah Reyes. This is his third game back after missing 6 games with an injury. And get ready for the pace to pick up here a little bit, boys. Because Reyes plays about 1,000,000 miles an hour. Just giving you a little scouting report.
So you're saying very high tempo pace?
Yeah, just giving you a little scouting report, Jay. Get ready.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Hey, listen, we're all on the same team here.
Insert caution button.
Howell between the circles. Off to Givens in the weave. Givens checked by Young. Hutchins backs off. Drives at baseline. Hankerson picks his pocket. Hutchins knocks that one out of play, but it'll stay with Ventura. Terrific defense by Hankerson.
This is why they play the games, gentlemen. Right now, the Pirates look like a team where they looked across the other end and it was just like, hey, we got these guys. There's nobody above 6'5". They play the games for a reason. You can't just roll the balls out. Reyes, nice looking shot right there to put the Pirates up by 1.
Yeah, weaves his way through off a good pick from Frank. The Pirates have the lead by 1. Howell directing traffic goes to Crandall. Crandall coming off a 23.9 rebound performance in the victory on Wednesday. Clay looking to pass it outside to Howell. Has that one knocked out of play.
I'd like to see a delayed double team go in when the ball goes inside, just because Fennell is fine in terms of going one-on-one. Doesn't really need a lot of help. Oh, that's a cheap bucket.
Givens on the backdoor cut. Lays it in.
But getting back to my point, I'd like to see the delayed double team come over and really push the pace. See if you can get somebody into a passing lane, turnover going the other way.
Reyes feeds it into Hankerson, tries to get it to Frank. That one's broken up and stolen.
Hankerson not hustling back.
To Givens. Left-handed layup is good. What a feed from Hutchins.
Are you sure they're 4-16, Jeff? They're not playing like it.
Well, again, we can focus on the other stat. Winners of 2 in a row. So
that too.
They're 2-0 in their last 2. And that looks like the team that we're seeing right now. Frank passes on the 3. The Pirates will work it around to Hankerson, who will fire and hit. Cordell Hankerson, caution flammable. Yeah, he's got 10.
Now play some defense.
Yeah, is Cordell just playing on one side of the floor right now?
Well, it seems that way. He's lackadaisical in transition. He's got to pick it up.
Hankerson playing half court. Hutchins will try to answer and does.
Doesn't get out to the shooter, gets scored on. So that's 5 points on Hankerson. 1 in transition, 1 in half court, and he gets one right in his eye.
And Hutchins, I mean, this is a guy, if you're doing your scouting, over 20 a game, you got to know this is a guy who's going to take some shots and can hit them. Hutchins comes in hitting 40% from three-point range. No accident. Back to a 3-point lead.
You would expect a team that doesn't have anybody above the height of 6'5" to be able to shoot the basketball.
Again, Hankerson tries to feed it inside, and it's intercepted. Hutchins looking to run. It's a 2-on-2. Hangs in the air, off the glass, and scores. Well, I got to tell you guys, I am very impressed with Robert Hutchins early.
He can play.
Kid's a baller. You know, this isn't a team that's in a 6'5" and under league. They're playing with the big boys.
5-point lead for the Vaqueros, down to 12 minutes remaining in the first half. Ryan Sells is checked in, enters it to Fennell, goes to work on Clay, shoots the leaner, won't go. Clay battling for the rebound, has got it for the Vaqueros.
Clay only 6'5", but he's got some very broad shoulders and pretty good defense on Fennell that time.
We got to get Clay to stand next to you, Mike. I think he's taller than 6'5". I think he's not quite going to be in your range, but I think he's a couple inches closer. Howell with the spin move in the lane. Reyes with the strip. Hankerson hooks it over to Reyes. He'll fire from 3. No good. Rebound to Clay. So Clay doing a good job cleaning the defensive glass.
It's like a nice version of Chuck Hayes back in the day, if you remember, Jeff.
You know, that's a great analogy.
Minus the bad free throw shot, though.
I was going to say, from what I remember, Hayes, not all that great shooting the basketball.
No. Right? Terrible.
Clay in a crowd, forces one up, won't go. The rebound battles for. The Vaqueros have it back. Tip, no. Sells has the rebound, no numbers. Reyes in from the left.
Wow.
Fouled outside. Non-shooting foul. It's going to go against Givens. Well, foul trouble is something to particularly keep track of here when you're talking about a team that dressed 7 players tonight in Santa Barbara City College. And here comes Makai Saeed. and he'll replace Givens. So Coach Hodges, a little extra degree of difficulty. Here's he'll have to navigate through foul trouble. That's just the first foul on Givens. Meanwhile, Robert Livingston checks into the game as well for the Vaqueros, who lead it by 5. Isaac Ramirez on for the Pirates. So it's Reyes and Sells, Ramirez along with Fennell and Frank on the floor for the Pirates. Sells from 3, in and out. Tipped up by a Vaquero player. That was Crandall who almost put it in. Fortunately for Santa Barbara, it didn't fall. And instead, the rebound to Howell, who leans over the dribble. Howell going to work on Reyes. Backdoor cut from Saeed. But that's going to be, should be a travel. And it was. Okay.
Remember, everybody, we're broadcasting live on the VC Sports Network. Go to VCWePlayHard.com. A couple players up there right now. It's a men's game. Doubleheader tonight. Women's coming up at 7 o'clock.
Reyes with the crossover, kicks it out to Sells. Sells down low to Fennell. He's had a quiet start. Goes back to Sells. To the glass. Left-handed layup is good.
Great cut. Good find there from Fennell. And I really like the evolution of Vida Fennell's game throughout the season. A little bit of a black hole early on. Starting to really move the basketball. Become a complete player.
Yeah, he's really bought in. I think that's got to be great to see. And the Pirates, not surprisingly, have started to turn it around since he's done that. Scoop from Crandall is good. So Crandall continues his hot play of late. And with 9:40 and counting remaining in the first half, it's back to a 5-point lead. Reyes hooks it to Fennell, who's hammered. So Fennell will head to the line for a couple of free throws. Now Vida's average up to 13.3. Meanwhile, tonight he's got just 3 points so far. But he can get it going in a hurry. And really put some points on the board.
But give credit to Ben Clay making him work hard on both sides of the court.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been a tough matchup and one where the Pirates might have thought they had an advantage. So Fennell hits both free throws, up over 80% free throw shooting on the season. So not a big surprise there. The Pirates back within 3. Howell out front, directing traffic. Livingston sets the high screen.
Good pick.
They're working the pick and roll. Livingston loses the handle on the way up, trying to get it back, and he does. Sends it back out to Crandall. Crandall guarded by Reyes. 4-3, no good. Fennell has the rebound. Reyes wants to run. Reyes with a little stutter step, hangs in the air. Scoop shot won't go, but he's heading to the line for a couple of free throws.
See, Reyes really starting to get that first step quickness back. You know, he's a player that relies on getting his hips past the defender. And when he's at full strength and obviously battling a knee injury throughout this season, come playoff time, man, he's gonna pay benefits.
Got a good old school reference for you. If Reyes unfortunately were to keep with the knee trouble back in the 70s and 80s, how about Ronnie Lester?
Wow.
Boy, that is really obscure. Sorry, I had to go way back. I'm sure I can come up with one better than
I wasn't even born in
But
the
Ronnie
70s.
Lester was a guy who was very fast at University of Iowa. Terrific point guard, and unfortunately he battled knee problems, repeated knee problems, and it really took away some of his explosiveness eventually in a short pro career. And you hope it's not that way for Reyes, but Clay out of a double team, fires it across to Givens. Vaqueros taking some time, shot clock down to 10, terrific feed to Clay. Goes up, blocked by Fennell, on the floor, and Ramirez has it.
And what did Fennell do there? Straight up, make it a tough shot.
Sells with the hard drive, puts up the leaner and scores. That's a good hard move from Sells. Quick 4-0 run for the Pirates. They're back within 1. Clay faces up right of the key. Howell to Hutchins off a screen. Shot from 3 won't go. Ramirez off to Reyes. The Pirates looking for the lead. Fennell gonna leave it for Reyes. The Pirates will set up. Sells, drives the lane, comes up shooting from 5 feet, missed it. Hutchins has the rebound for Santa Barbara.
Good look for him. Just had a little bit too strong on that one.
Howell gets it down low to Livingston. Working on Frank, steps through, shot up, no good. Fennell rips down the board. Reyes wants Sells. Quick pass to Frank, he lays it in. I don't know if we have the replay for that one, but what a feed from Sells. And Sells giving the Pirates a nice run here in this first half.
No help there from Givens on that layup.
Santa Barbara is going to burn a 30. They want to talk it over after a 6-0 run by the Pirates gives them the 1-point lead. See if we can keep it here. And, well, guys, the Pirates starting to turn it around a little bit. This equals their largest lead at 1, but they're in a battle here early on with Santa Barbara.
They're in a battle because the first team didn't decide to come off the bus. Well, they're at home. That's really no excuse for that. They're at home. Big event tonight. I believe it's Breast Cancer Awareness. Is
yes.
that right? Breast Cancer Awareness Month right now. So they're having that a big event right now. And they're in a bit of a lull. The first team was. Second unit comes on. Sells has been fantastic. Fennell's really been the guiding force. And Reyes, of course, hey, you know, that's instant energy off the bench. So when you get the start, it'll be nice to see or interesting to see if Hankerson can really pick up the slack.
Howell has it for the Vaqueros. They want to clear it out for Livingston working in the low post. Instead, they go up top to Clay. Clay fakes, fires, rimming no good. Livingston trying to keep it alive, but it's out of play back to Ventura.
Livingston has to be a little smarter than that. No positioning right there. He's lucky he didn't get an over-the-back call.
Yeah, Fennell wanted it. Didn't get the whistle, but either way, the Pirates have the ball. Reyes jogs it into the front court. Splits a double team. Hangs in the air, but that one blocked out of play by Clay. Nice help defense from Ben Clay moving over. Exactly 7 minutes remaining. Oh, they ended up calling the foul on Clay.
A little bit too much of the body on Clay.
Yeah. So Reyes will head to the line, looking to extend the run for the Pirates. Up and good for Reyes. An average of 14.2 a game. He's a 66% foul shooter.
I say you keep Reyes in here for the remainder of the half as long as he has the energy to do it. Against a shorthanded team, only dressing 7 players, they already have 5 team fouls. Just keep going at him. Reyes, with him in there, is going to continue that trend. That's a foul on Clay. Nice job by Harvey.
No call. Livingston right of the key, working it down low to Clay. Checked by Harvey. Swings it out. Givens will try the baseline 3. No good. Fennell has the rebound. Reyes wants to run ahead to Sells. Highlight reel pass. Sells lays it in.
Give me a replay.
What a feed. And Sells running the floor. It's a 10-0 run now for the Pirates, who lead it by 5. Howell, stutter step, now fires. That's short. Clay has the rebound, goes back up, and Harvey commits the foul.
Still really like the work inside by Harvey, not allowing Clay to get positioned down low. Livingston a better matchup defensively for Fennell. Not as much of a threat offensively. You don't. Sometimes what you'll do, we've talked about Michael Jordan, how he was such a good defender, but you don't want to put him on the other team's best player in the entire game because you wanted to conserve the energy. I'm not saying Vita Fennell's Michael Jordan, but I am saying he's one of the better players on the Pirates squad, and you don't want him working too hard on defense, and Clay was making him work early on.
Yeah, we followed you on that one. We knew where you were going.
Hey, look, I like to make sure that I qualify as much as possible. I don't want anybody to get offended.
You know what the headline tomorrow says? Mike Zapata says Vita Fennell is Michael Jordan. Next
man.
Michael Jordan.
Watch out.
27-23, 4-point lead for the Pirates. Fennell on the baseline drive. Hutchins steps in front, has the steal. Looking ahead to Howell, who runs it down and lays it in.
Man. Nice job by Howell. Great effort.
Well, it looked like Hutchins might have put a little too much air under that, but Howell turned on the Jets. The Vaqueros answer back. They're back within 2. 5:42 and counting remaining in the first half. Hutchins stepping in, almost had the steal there. Knocks it out of play. Reyes and Sells, along with Hankerson, Harvey, and Fennell up front. Well, check that. Here comes Frank and Paul Moore. So Joey Ramirez will change things up. Reyes Guarded by Givens, off to Fennell. Pirates will swing it around. Paul Moore, who's just checked in. Shot clock down to 4, meanwhile. It's down to 3. Do they know?
They get a shot off.
And there's a shot clock violation, and I'm stunned because I didn't hear a peep from anyone. I think the entire team, including the bench, didn't seem aware that the shot clock was running down. Forget nobody on the floor. Nothing from the bench either. So the Pirates completely mystified. A little high-low, down to Crandall, missed the layup.
You got to make that if you're Santa Barbara. When you're already man down on the roster, you got to make the easy ones.
Yeah, 99% of that goes right. Moore for 3 off the front iron. Long rebound, tipped outside. Reyes trying to keep it alive and does. Reyes in from the right. Spins, hangs, missed everything, but Fennell has the rebound. Hankerson splits through another double team. Left-handed layup won't go. Followed by Fennell is good.
Good work by Fennell and Hankerson.
Fennell's up to 7. The lead is 4.
Travel.
Givens, fade away, hits. So Givens perhaps getting away. A little bit of a slide there, but does hit the 10-footer.
He slid without putting the ball down on the floor and then went into his move.
It's your new crab dribble now, Mike. It's a new form of that.
That's terrible.
Reyes into the lane. Ball on the floor. Tries to hook it outside. Does to Hankerson. Baseline 3. Splash.
What a bailout 3 there by Hankerson. A terrible offensive possession. Very stagnant. Off the ball. No movement. And luckily the ball caroms out to Hankerson, and he buries it from 3.
Well, I tell you, Hankerson is feeling it on the shooting right now. Not a cheap one in the bunch. He's up to 13, and you can sense it. Clay from the elbow. Back iron, no good. Hankerson rips down the board. Moore in from the right. Leaves it for Hankerson. Hard drive, lost the handle. Hankerson gets it back. He'll come up shooting from 12 feet and hit. Well, just how he drew it up.
You know, Stoy, I really think that Hankerson plays a lot better with Reyes on the floor versus Cowan. And that's not to say Cowan's a bad player. I think Cowan's the better floor general, but I think that Hankerson feeds off of the energy that Reyes provides on the floor and really gets him going. It's been a big difference out there versus Cowan and Reyes out there.
Yeah, and Cowan, I think, likes to set up the offense in terms of moving the ball.
He's more
with
methodical.
Passing,
Absolutely.
whereas, like, Reyes, I think, what creates a dynamic where it's more of a slashing type offense, and I think guys sort of try to make something happen, drive, and create from there.
Well, the thing versus Reyes and Cowan, a great floor general. He leads the team in assists on the season. Reyes likes to create a vacuum with his driving ability, and he can weave and go inside as much as he wants because he has a great handle on the basketball, but that opens things up for everybody else. And when Hankerson's feeling it like this, the way he is tonight, really opens him up on the perimeter, and then somebody has to react. He pump fakes, puts somebody up in the air on a hard closeout, gets to the basket. Feeling it right now. Hankerson's really picked up the slack offensively and defensively.
He's got 15 in the first half. The Pirates have their largest lead at 7 as Howell walks it into the front court. Hutchins, checked by Hankerson. Gets a screen from Clay. Now Fennell on him in a switch. Hutchinson right around him, hangs in the air. Layup won't go. Rebound to Frank. Hankerson wants to run. In from the right. Lays it up, too strong, and the whistle comes in and a foul called. It was a little late, but Hankerson sprawled all the way in the far corner.
Yeah, about 15 minutes late.
Well, I suppose as long as the whistle came in eventually.
Can we get the replay and see see him coming back to the camera? There we go. I mean, obvious contact. We had a pretty good shot of it. I'm surprised they had to wait that long to call the foul.
How about Jorge Zepeda on camera? That guy's got a family to think about.
He's a stud. I'm part of that family.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. You're on his mind.
He's got a new addition to the family.
Yeah. The Zepeda family gets bigger. Just gets bigger.
I'm sure that'll be the case.
Hankerson hits both free throws. The Pirates, on a 19-5 run, have opened up a 9-point lead. Howell picked up by Frank in a switch. Givens working on Hankerson. Shot clock down to 9. Skip pass. Howell steps back. He'll fire from 3. That's no good. Terrific box out by Hankerson, who has the rebound. 2:42 and counting remaining in the first half. Cowan has returned for the Pirates. Swings it to Moore, wide open for three, splash.
Bit of a nice back pick by Fennell.
It looked like Crandall kind of fell down on that one.
So the Pirates have come back with a vengeance. Starting to pull away, they lead it by 12. Crandall, a jump stop, miscommunication. Hutchins wanted to go backdoor, and the pass out of bounds will give it back to Ventura. Cowan nearly had his pocket picked by Givens. Joey Ramirez barking instructions from the far sideline. Cowan at the controls, starts a drive, still on the dribble, shot clock down to 7. Cowan showing off the handles, stops and pops, misses that. Rebound to Howell. Howell leaves it for Livingston, working on Fennell, loses the handle, Cowan with the steal. Frank passes on the 3, off to Hankerson, comes up shooting, rimming no.
It's a good shot though. You like that in rhythm, you'll take it.
Hutchins, the double team comes from Hankerson, skip pass to Givens, open for 3. That's no good, but a foul off the ball. Is that Fennell? Number 2 on Fennell.
Yeah, probably gonna have to come and get him.
Yeah, 1:18 left. You're up 12. I can't see leaving him on the floor to risk picking up a
Harvey
third.
or LeCount. Here comes LeCount.
Yep. So LeCount for Fennell. Howell will bring it in. Baseline right, out front, Crandall, high arcing 3, that's good. Crandall has 9 in the first half, and the lead is 9 for the Pirates. Cowan around a LeCount screen. Back outside to Moore, again open for 3, that's good. So Paul Moore with a couple of triples. Under a minute to go, the Pirates back out to the 12-point lead. Howell can't lose Cowan. He'll kick it back out to Hutchins. Hutchins guarded by Hankerson. Shot clock down to 14. Livingston, right of the key, off to Howell. 7 on the shot clock. Howell drives it baseline. Long pass, Cowan got a hand in, keeps it alive to Hankerson. Hankerson back to Cowan, and the Pirates can play for the final shot. They'll set up.
Very good play there. He gets the steal. Hankerson slows it up. Let's play for the final shot of the half.
Yeah, it looked like they were looking for something, but nothing there. Alert play. Cowan in from the right. Moore open for 3. In and out. Livingston has the rebound. Out to Hutchins. Down to 2 seconds. Hutchins loses the handle. It'll go back to the Pirates with 1.7 remaining in the first half.
Rough couple of possessions for the Vaqueros. It's sloppy, and it's not very alert to end the first half.
Yeah, and I think the Pirates have made some adjustments offensively, and all of a sudden the Vaqueros having all kinds of trouble
and
slowing down this Pirate offense.
You have to be a real fan of Paul Moore's ability to stay composed from the three-point line. Very, very alert. Uh-oh.
Catch and shoot from Hankerson, missed everything. He needs to take one dribble if he wants to do the Christian Leitner. It's about 20 feet further, but was right on about the same angle. We head to halftime here on SoCalCollegeSports.com with the Pirates on top of the Vaqueros, 42-30 here on the BC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Yeah, I can't hear myself. And just a reminder, everybody, on February 4th, 2017, at the Ventura College Cafeteria. We will be having a barbecue dinner from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. The proceeds will benefit the Ventura College men's and women's basketball teams, as well as the Ventura Breakers Basketball Club. $15 gets you a beef tri-tip and or chicken, chili, salad, bread, and a drink of your choice. With more than 40 years experience, we strive to provide the very best in real estate and property management services. No matter what your real estate needs are, turn to the realtors who have been serving the Ventura area for over 4 decades. You can find us at www.joecaprealestate.com. Whether you are here for business or pleasure, your satisfaction is our top priority. Located just blocks away from historic downtown Ventura and 20 minutes from the nearby attractions in Santa Barbara, our hotel features 19,000 square feet of space, including Nam Tequila Grill and the Aqua Beachfront Bar. Our rooms feature beautiful views of the ocean and the surrounding foothills. Reservations can be made at www.cpventura.com. Crown Plaza Ventura Beach, the place to meet.
Check one, check one, check one, check one. Today's broadcast being brought to you by Joe Cap Realty. And Crown Plaza, Ventura Beach, Ventura's only beachfront hotel. Join us next week, the Barbecue Fundraiser Dinner and Game, Saturday, February 4th. All tickets $15. It's in the Ventura College Cafeteria from 4 to 7 p.m. And next week, it's Alan Hancock coming in to take on the VC Pirates. All the proceeds benefit Ventura College men's and women's basketball and Ventura Breakers Basketball Club. Be back shortly with a short halftime recap of the first half.
Halftime here from Ventura, 42-30. The Pirates on top of the Vaqueros here on the VC Sports Network and SoCalCollegeSports.com. And guys, first of all, as if I don't feel short enough right here. I mean, thanks for the staging. Really appreciate that. But the Pirates, after a slow start, Michael, start with you. Pirates, after a slow start, able to turn it around in the first half. How were they able to come back in this one?
Well, Cordell Hankerson picked up the slack, and Isaiah Reyes really key in terms of providing the energy off the bench and getting that second unit to establish a tone, and then Hankerson really finishing the deal. And, man, his play towards the end of that first half, very good. First part of that first half, not so good. Defensively, very bad in transition, very bad on the ball. Came off for a minute, and then, coach him up, Coach Ramirez, and he did exactly that. Hankerson responds. Fennell in and out today, but I thought he's done a very good job facilitating offensively. But like I said, I think Reyes off the bench, really a key factor in going into attack mode, and everybody else joined the group.
And Jay, as we turn our attention to Santa Barbara City College, a good start, good effort in the first half, and they definitely hung around. But what would you like to see from them in the second half if they hope to bridge the gap here and get back into this
More
one?
Ben Clay. See, get the ball more in the post, make Fennell work for his defensive rebounds. I think that was a good spark in the first 10 minutes. Ben Clay had a lot of assists, couple of nice shots, making him score more, makes him Ventura vulnerable in the paint.
Yep, absolutely. Let's just a few minutes away here, getting ready for the second half. We'll get right to it. You're watching Ventura College basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Second half coming up.
And we're back for a second half of play between the Vaqueros and the Pirates of Ventura College. Wild pass by Powell threw that towards nobody in company.
Yeah, a little miscommunication with Givens, not on the same page and not the way you want to start it if you're Santa Barbara here in the second half.
Cowan now with the basketball. Call him the maestro of the offense. Nice dish and the stuff. Woo! Hankerson. Let's see it again. That was nice.
Well, I'll tell you, we don't have a highlight reel going until Hankerson jams one home. And there it is.
So lead back to a dozen plus 2 for Hutchins. Fighting a crease off the glass, not even close. We got to Ben Clay. Back to Hutchins in the corner for the 3, and he got it. So not the most prettiest possession, but they get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, Hutchins with good hustle, too. Denied by Hankerson the first time around, but kept working. Eventually got himself free.
So back to Hankerson. Had 19 points in the first half, now for Fennell.
Good double from Crandall on the far side, forcing it out of Fennell's hands.
Gets a screen from LeCount. Into the corner for Calvin Young.
I'd really like to see Young more assertive.
Shot from the corners, right down and through for a switch for Calvin Young.
Yeah, Young's first points of the game.
Yeah, right on cue. Maybe you heard me. Pretty good ears.
Nice job, Mike, with the nice little call of encouragement.
Hey, any guy who can coach from up here, I'm impressed. All the way up here in the rafters.
Well, I like to ref up here, that's for sure.
12 to shoot for Hutchins. Against Young, trying to find somewhere to go. Nice ball fake in the air and knocks it down. So a quick 5 points for Robert Hutchins.
Yeah, I'll tell you what really impresses me about that move is the way that after he makes the great move, he then knocks down the shot. He's just such a solid ball player. And then so often we see a great move and then the player fails to finish, but holds his concentration, focus on the shot, and knocks it down.
And then Young defensively, just stay in front of your man, hands straight up. You didn't need to block every shot.
So Fennell couldn't answer, so bring it back into the corner for Givens, into the post for Clay. Underman, you see why there, that wild shot off the left block.
And a good job, in the words of Zepeda, Fennell doing a good job going straight up.
Long thing for Hankerson, no short. Rebound tipped into the post. LeCount scores.
Young keeping it alive there.
So still a 12-point lead. Almost 3 minutes gone by in the second half in Ventura. Howell for Givens. Couple of shots from behind the arc in the first half. Getting fouled, going to the rim with the offhand, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, Hutchins really leads the way offensively. Crandall has chipped in, particularly of late. But for the Vaqueros to continue improving here late in the season, other players are going to have to step up. I like that drive from Givens. Got to take the opportunities when they're there when Hutchins draws so much attention defensively.
Only 2 free throws in the first half for Santa Barbara. Made 1 and missed that one, so now 1 for 3.
Not a big surprise. I was reading in their victory over Moore Park, the two teams combined for 8 free throw attempts in the game. Zepeda would have loved that game. Not many whistles, I think, in that one. Let him play.
8, huh?
8 combined.
Wow. So no free throws for Givens. Still down by 14. Young again for 3. It's time from the left side and off the back heel. Should go off of Clay, but it would say off of Hankerson.
Yeah, I think Hankerson was probably the highest up off of the floor. It's good job, though, on the offensive boards, trying to win another possession.
So bring in Livingston for Givens.
They'll go a little bit bigger up front now with Clay and Livingston on the floor together, replacing Givens. Try to match up size-wise with LeCount and Fennell out there for the Pirates.
I think Givens has to come off. I think he's bleeding.
Crandall off the curl, gets it back to Hutchins. From the free throw line, short. Rebound to Cowan.
Cowan tracks down another long rebound. Excels so much on the long rebounds.
So back to the zone for Santa Barbara. For Young, nice scoops to pass for LeCount.
How about the hands from Trevor LeCount down low, sliding with the feet, hands ready, catches it, puts it up and in.
So lead back down to 16. How nice, crafty dribble to the right, little fadeaway, no, to Cowan.
I think the shots that Santa Barbara's getting right now aren't bad. They're just not going in.
Back to LeCount, couldn't get the layup.
Boy, it had the hands again, Michael. Everything but the finish.
Probably could have dunked it if he wanted to. Howe this time on the drive, no, just came out. Second try, will go for him.
A little bit of a bad break for the Pirates as LeCount hits the deck. Ball ends up on the floor, and Howell, right place, right time.
Only his second basket. High post, Hankerson. A little bit strong.
It's too easy defensively for Santa Barbara to get away with one there. Hankerson a little bit off the mark, but they enter into the high post. Nobody comes to him. Foul.
Howell a bit sporadic, but got with the call. Go on Cowan.
Move your feet, get in front, take a charge. Don't reach. I can almost guarantee you Coach Ramirez has some kind of that thought process in his head right now.
Free throw for Howell.
Well, it's impressive for Cowan because evidently you have to go some to put the Vaqueros on the line. Not an easy team to get there.
Yeah, you have to go out of your way.
So LeCount out for Harvey. So 2 of 2 for Howell.
To be fair, though, I think we can't be too surprised that a team that's largely undersized in most of their matchups has difficulty creating a lot of fouls from the opposition. Got to rely a little more on moving and jump shots.
So going around the horn to Calvin Young.
Looks like a 3-2 zone.
Indeed.
Young trying to find somewhere. Finds Hankerson for the three. No. Rebound to Hutchins. Ticky-tack foul on Cowan, trying to get the rebound.
Here comes Reyes off the bench. You'd like to save Reyes as much as possible. Obviously, his usage, you want to keep it as low as possible if you have the opportunity. Right now, the Pirates up 12, so Santa Barbara not out of it yet, but getting late early here in the second half. I'd like to see Paul Moore get a little bit more run. He's earned it.
Well, I'll tell you, it's not great news for Santa Barbara because if we were tracking such things as plus-minus, I think Reyes plus-minus very high in the first half. It's right about the time the Pirates turned it around.
Little hook from Livingston, no good. Rebound to Fennell.
Again, another good shot for Santa Barbara, just can't get it to go.
Reyes to Young for three. Got it.
Man, that's a thing of beauty right there. We go to the replay as Reyes, like I said, the vacuum effect. Here comes everybody defensively, opens up Young. Remember, Calvin Young, a guy who shot over 50% earlier in the season. I don't want to say in the middle of the season, going into the Riverside game, shooting it hot from three. Then he's really fallen off, and I think his assertion, he's got a little gun shy. It's where a couple shooters have to have short memories. And unfortunately, at some point during the season, especially when conference play started, that memory got a lot longer than it needed to be.
I want to make one other point about Reyes, too, that I think is part of his success on the floor. Very strong hands, and I think that allows him to go fast. You saw there, started to lose the handle, but able to maintain control, get it back, and then have the strength to get the pass out to Young. I think that's a big part of his success as well.
Ventura up by 15, trying to keep the lead in double digits. They were a little bit slack in the first half against a low man for Vaqueros. Hutchins off the screen, pulling up from downtown. Got it to go over Harvey.
Well, they've been consistently putting bigger men on Hutchins, and he has been able to get his offense going nonetheless with a variety of fakes and drives.
Off the zone cut. Rebound for Harvey. Back to Young for the three. He got it to go.
Well,
So-
Young is feeling it now.
So give Young now 9. All of them from downtown. All of them clean looks, too. So Ben Clay try to answer, and he will not. Rebound to Livingston. Not a good pass from him. Stolen away by Young.
Good
Reyes,
anticipation by Young.
3-on-2. Runs over Hutchins. Easy call. Offensive foul. So ideally, when you have a 3-on-2 advantage, throw it to the open man. Open man was in the corner. Not drive, then run somebody over, then throw it to the corner.
Well, yeah, to be fair, that is what he did. He just, just in the meantime, ran over a defensive player and picked up the offensive foul.
As I say,
So he was on the same page as you, Jay,
right.
I think.
As I say, keep it simple. Howell into the front court. Still a man defense off the screen. Hutchins try to answer back. No. Rebound to Harvey. Reyes around Howell. Ran out of space. Young again for 3. Short. Heat check. Harvey second attempt. No. Rebound to Clay. 2-on-1 for the Vaqueros. Crandall against Hankerson. Lefty left. No. Livingston got it to go. +1. Barring the free throw.
Well, Crandall didn't appear to get the best shot off for a 2-on-1, but he did accomplish one thing, got the ball up on the glass. That allowed Livingston to get in position for the foul, for the follow. Ends up getting the hoop and the foul.
Bringing Ryan Sells for Young. First points for Livingston. To make it 45 points for the Vaqueros.
Well, the Vaqueros just hanging around enough in this one to make it a little bit nervous over on that Pirate bench. They're up by 12, but they're just a run away from making this a nip-and-tuck game.
Ramirez to Reyes. Fennell. Fennell with the lefty hook, no. Rebound to Hankerson off the glass. He was fouled.
That's just a great job by Hankerson crashing the offensive boards.
It's good to have size when you're playing someone on a smaller team. Don't have to force jump shots, go into the paint, get fouled.
They had a 20-15 rebound advantage in the first half, and they've extended here in the second half.
First one for Hankerson is good. Give him now 20. His last 2 games, 23.5 points. Give him 21 there. 2 free throws for him. So they're getting right to their average, under 65 points a game for the Pirates. 3 for Howell, short. Rebound to Hankerson.
Yeah, Howell shoots just 22% from long range. That's a tough call, as that's a shot in the rhythm of the offense, but still not sure it's the shot you want.
So they had Frank, just didn't see the ball coming to him. Santa Barbara just hanging around by the skinniest little threads.
Well, neither team been able to make much of a run here in the second half. Pirates led it by 12 at the break. They lead it by 14 now.
Howell off the screen. Gets one from Clay as well. A low pass to Crandall. Step back. Jay from 22 is down. Nice shot by Crandall.
Well, he talked about his points have gone up with each successive start in the last 4 games. 23 on Wednesday in the victory over Moore Park.
Frank trying to answer. No. Off the back heel. Rebound to Crandall. Looking
great
ahead
play.
right to Hutchins. Lay it in.
Got to get the replay on that. The Crown Plaza Ventura Beach replay. That's just a sensational play by Crandall. In one motion, get that pass off, and single digits here with 11:49 remaining. We'll step aside. You're watching Ventura College basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network.
Whether you are here for business or pleasure, your satisfaction is our top priority. Located just blocks away from historic downtown Ventura and 20 minutes from the nearby attractions in Santa Barbara, our hotel features 19,000 square feet of space, including Nam Tequila Grill and the Aqua Beachfront Bar. Our rooms feature beautiful views of the ocean and the surrounding foothills. Reservations can be made at www.cpventura.com. Crown Plaza, Ventura Beach, the place to meet.
Back inside Ventura College, Jay Holloway, Jeff Stoynoff with you on SoCalCollegeSports.com. 9-point lead after a 4-0 run by the Vaqueros. A couple of sloppy plays from Ventura. Nice layups by Hutchins and Crandall. Into Reyes to Hankerson, leading all scorers with 21. Paul Moore back into the ball game.
Hit a couple of big threes in the first half. Did Paul Moore.
Reyes around Clay off the glass. No. Rebound tip right back to Reyes. Moore thought about it, didn't shoot it.
Well, the Vaqueros having their struggles on the boards, and it makes it that much harder to go on a run, keep giving second chance opportunities.
Hankerson on the drive, layup, nice scoop and score.
Well, Hankerson can beat you so many ways offensively. We've seen the shooting from long range, but they're a good hard drive and the finish.
Crandall to Livingston. Not much of offensive threat. Clay's jumper is short to Hankerson. So a good defensive stop by Ventura. All the way, Reyes couldn't get it to go.
In and out, that close.
Football pass was tipped by Hankerson. Bit of a 50-50 play.
Is Ben Clay also the quarterback for Santa Barbara City College? Because looked pretty good throwing that ball.
He is about Big Ben-like size and weight.
He's the prototypical modern
or
quarterback
some may
size.
say muscle, excuse me,
Yeah.
Jeff. Livingston off the pump.
Good job by Fennell defensively, coming over to challenge that shot, but not fouling Livingston.
So slow it up for Reyes. Hankerson from way out.
Attempting that one from Oxnard. Oh, great job by
Hankerson. Picked
Hankerson.
his pocket and a foul on Livingston. Got him with the body.
Well, I think if you're Livingston there, it's not a terrible foul to take.
You are saving yourself from embarrassment, so I think it's a good idea to do that.
From the Ventura College posters that are
Yes.
Ventura College basketball posters coming out. Careful what I say now. Now we're gonna get a push for.
Maybe.
Where's the VC basketball poster?
There's some to our left, I think, Jeff, if we go outside. Not right now, but later on. Game 1 of 2 tonight. Women's side playing after this one. 7 p.m. tip right here on SoCal College Sports.
Yeah, Lady Pirates on top of the Western State North again, where they've been for a couple of decades now, for the most part, under Coach Ned Mercedes.
So give Hankerson 25. Lead back to 13. It was 9 earlier. Crandall on the left wing. Over to Clay. Howe, not much of a threat behind the arc. Long jumper is short to Clay.
Nice job by Clay, keeping it alive.
Double team, and he was hit right on the arm. Easy call to make. Foul on Reyes. So if you're Morris Hodges, Jeff, where your scoring come from?
Well, I think that's
ideally
that's the question that they've been asking all season. They've gotten a real lift from Crandall recently, and I think that's helped them a lot. But as we talked about at the top, if you're the Vaqueros in this one, it's going to start with defense as well. Have to challenge shots, get on the boards, and get some stops as much as anything as well. I mean, they're on pace to put up about 70.
Howe to Clay. Against Fennell, into the post. Livingston, nice seal and score.
Good job by Livingston, working down low, had the mismatch.
So they're trying to get that mismatch down to paint. A bigger Livingston against Frank. Just has to convert. He converted there. 11-point lead for the Pirates. Reyes through 2 defenders. Couldn't make the layup.
That's just great body control.
Bad football pass from Clay.
Yeah, that one intercepted.
There's no pick 6, though.
You got Hankerson playing center field there. I think we're getting too many cross-sport metaphors here going. Too many in one.
Frank. Tipped by Hutchins. Fennell, nice
good
pass
fade.
back to Frank for 3. Got it.
Well, Frank can hit that shot. 44% from long range as Hutchins will try to answer.
Cannot. Tipped by Howell to Crandall. Clay. Going strong with the right hand. Can't finish the shot. A foul on the rebound.
So Livingston trying to get on the offensive glass. Back. Fouls Fennell, and they'll give it back to the Pirates with 8:36 remaining. It's a non-shooting foul. The Vaqueros with just 3 team fouls here in the second half. As the Pirates will try to close this one out, leading by 14, they'll work at the length of the court. It's Reyes and Moore in the backcourt. Ramirez has checked in for the Pirates along with Fennell and Hankerson. So a little bit smaller lineup on the floor. 3 guards for Coach Joey Ramirez. Reyes with another hard drive. Ramirez open for 3. In and out. Rebound to Fennell. Fennell working down low on Clay. Clay goes down. Fennell lays it in. Well, Clay was trying to bring the foul, trying to draw that foul by going down, and we saw that done by Crandall in the first half, but I think Clay's a little too big.
A little bit too big to be flopping.
To get away with that.
It's like seeing Shaq trying to take a charge. Doesn't really go together.
Timeout on the floor. We'll step aside. 68-52. Ventura on top of Santa Barbara City College here on the VC Sports Network.
Today's broadcast is being brought to you in part by Crown Plaza Ventura Beach and Joe Cap Realty.
$16-point lead for Ventura here in game 1 of our doubleheader here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Ventura College basketball on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. And Jay, it's getting late here for the Vaqueros, trailing by 16. Just can't seem to cut into this margin for the Pirates here in the second half. They've hung around, but unable to put together a run.
They haven't had that big push. You see a shot there by Crandall goes down.
Yeah, from 15 feet, Crandall hits again, and really it's been Crandall and Hutchins and just not enough offense from anybody else.
Right, they have these little small 4-point bursts. That's much it. There's not an 8 or a 10-0 run to get them back within less than 10 points.
Yeah, and a short bench got even shorter because we haven't seen Givens since he left the floor with an injury. Ramirez misses the long 3. Saeed. And now it's Howell jetting into the front court. Jump stop, double pump, and he scores.
Should have been an and one. Nice move by Howell.
So Howell all the way to the glass. 4-0 run. And the pattern continues here in the second half. Foul, is it before the shot for Reyes, or did they call it on Reyes?
It's on Reyes.
So Reyes picks up the offensive foul. The Vaqueros have been as close as 9 here in the second half, but have been unable to get any closer. They trail it by 12, 7:07 and counting remaining in the ballgame. Howell around a Crandall screen. Gets it to Saeed. Tries to enter it to Crandall. knocked out of play. It will stay with Santa Barbara, 12 on the shot clock. They'll bring it in, foul line extended right.
The ball seems somewhat stagnant on this side of the floor here, Jeff. It's between Crandall and Hutchins, and that's really about it. There's no back cutting. There's no very well pick and roll execution for the Vaqueros.
Yeah, they try the high screen with Clay. Now Clay has it. He'll have to force one up from 3 and hit. So Clay did knock down a 3 in the first half. So he's flashed that range. With the shot clock running down, the Vaqueros on a 7-0 run. They're back within 9. Reyes out to Moore. Fakes the 3, steps in, fires from 18. No good. Moore on the offensive glass. And 1.
So you had the three-pointer on the other end, and you cannot box out on the shooter who gets his own rebound and the and 1.
Yeah, Moore just followed that right in. Nobody got a body on him. And Moore, who gave the Pirates 6 points off the bench in the first half, with a big hoop here to stall the run for Santa Barbara. Moore readies the free throw off the back iron. The lead is 11. Vaqueros taking some time. Foul called off the ball. It's going to go against Ventura.
Got on Reyes. They were trying to get a mismatch with Reyes and Clay.
So Clay is going to head to the line as the Pirates are in the penalty. It's going to be a 1-and-1 for Clay, who shoots 77% from the line. Free throw is up and good. 6:12 remaining. Pirates having to sweat it out a bit. Second free throw is good. Ben Clay knocks down both free throws. Nine-point lead for the Pirates. Reyes swings it out to Moore. Enters it down low to Fennell. Fennell working on Clay. Spins into the lane. Hook, good, and a foul. Back-to-back three-point plays for the Pirates. And the story continues here, Jay. Vaqueros just can't get the stops they need to get a run going.
Size always hurts in the end. It was good defense by Clay. This was just too small.
Fennell has been incredibly efficient tonight. Just 12 points, but really played a solid game. Howell angles into the front court, picks it up at the elbow. Looking for Hutchins. Sells nearly had the steal. Hutchins pulls up from 3. Missed everything. Hankerson emerges with the board. No numbers. He'll leave it for Moore.
A little bit too wide open for Hutchins on that three-pointer.
Reyes guarded by Howell. Wants a high screen from Fennell. Hard drive. Whistles come in before the shot. It just doesn't seem in our coverage of Ventura College basketball so far this season that anybody can keep Reyes in front of him.
You just try to do the best you can. Just
Yeah,
pray for the best.
Seems to be able to drive to either side. Good, good handles, good crossover, and so far he just seems to be able to get to the front of the rim.
And it's with that first step. That's why he's so deadly. There is no sudden movements or let me go back to my right. I'm going right, and that's it.
Yep. Too much speed. 5:29 remaining in the ball game. 73-61 Ventura on top of Santa Barbara on SoCalCollegeSports.com.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Crown Plaza Ventura Beach and Joe Cap Realty.
Pirates with the 12-point lead and the ball. As Moore will bring it in, baseline right. It's Reyes, Moore, Sells, Hankerson, and Fennell. Hankerson for three. High off the rim, no good. Clay has the rebound. Howell, along with Saeed and Hutchins, three-guard offense, joined by Crandall and Clay for the Vaqueros. They'll work it down low to Clay. In on Fennell, missed everything with the hook. Hankerson has the rebound. Reyes at the controls. Tries to flip a pass down low to Fennell, but it was too high.
Good idea. Just trying to be a little bit too cute.
Yeah, I went for the no look there. I think he went for the style points.
Sometimes
misfired slightly.
Fundamentals works too.
Howell gets it back from Clay. Fakes on the three. Saeed with the shot clock at 12. Crandall starts a drive on Sells. Fadeaway won't go. Fennell had his hands on the rebound but lost it out of bounds. It'll stay with Santa Barbara with 4:35 remaining.
Getting back to what we were saying earlier about Santa Barbara, scoring has been somewhat sporadic. Not getting good looks like that one by Crandall was a forced shot. Lucky break, it was tipped out of bounds by Ventura.
Hutchins with the turnaround had to force one up. Howell's foul won't go. Fennell has the rebound. Yeah, it looks as though the Pirates have turned up the defense here in the last couple minutes, trying to finally salt this one away. Reyes, meanwhile, on the stutter step, dribbles it off his foot. Another turnover by the Pirates. 4:19 remaining. Howell between the circles. Livingston is checked in. They go to Clay, high post. Lob down low to Livingston, working down low. Has that one partially blocked. The rebound's on the floor. Hankerson's got it.
You have to make the bunnies when they're there.
Reyes into the front court. Leaves it for Moore. And a timeout taken. Joey Ramirez wants to talk it over. Let's see if it's a 30 or a full. Full timeout, so we will step aside. You're watching Ventura College basketball here on SoCalCollegeSports.com, brought to you by Joe Cap Realty and Crown Plaza, Ventura Beach.
And once again, everybody, be sure to join us on February 4th from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. for the barbecue fundraiser dinner and games at the Ventura College cafeteria. All proceeds benefit the men's and women's Ventura College basketball teams, as well as the Ventura Breakers. $15 get you beef tri-tip and or chicken, chili, salad, bread, and drink choice.
Elsewhere in the Western State North, the Pirates going to need to win here to keep pace. Cuesta, a victory at Moore Park, 101-95. Allen Hancock over Oxnard as well, so the second win in conference for the Bulldogs. Fennell, backdoor to Hankerson, lays it in.
Pretty play from Fennell to Hankerson.
They work so well together in that high post. Fennell found Hankerson earlier for a monster jam. 75-61. Howell off to Clay. He'll fire from three. In and out. Rebound on the floor. Reyes. Hutchins went for the steal. Came up empty. Reyes jets into the front court. Goes to the crossover. Off the glass. And a foul.
Once again, that great first step, Jeff going from left to right like a blur.
How he's able to maintain control of the ball and his body at that speed. What a luxury for Joey Ramirez here for the Ventura College Pirates. Getting Reyes back, and so far he's made all the difference. The Pirates staring down what would be their third victory in a row.
He's given them a good spark offensively. He's given them a good tempo, a good pace, and it keeps Santa Barbara on their heels because they can't slow him down on one person. They need two guys to slow him down.
Yeah, he almost always manages to draw some help, and that creates an odd man situation. So far he's made good decisions. He's gotten a little bit better each time. We saw him a couple of games ago, a little bit rusty in his first game back. But he's a little bit better the next time out, and I think he's been very solid here tonight, taking care of the ball. A couple of turnovers, but overall the decision-making just continuing to improve as he works his way back into more playing time here for the Pirates.
So Chris Givens is out, had a busted lip.
Yeah, I see him holding something, and that's a 7-man unit, went to 6 for the Vaqueros. Undermanned here, but it's been a game effort, and they've really done a good job of hanging around in this one. Not an easy place to come and play, especially a Pirate team getting back to full strength. This is a team right now in Ventura College that's obviously a little bit better than their record.
Right. It's a little bit tough when you're only playing 6 guys in a 40-minute ball game.
Yeah, Hutchins has been out there, if my memory is right, for the entire game. I don't think he's been on the bench yet.
No.
Clay and Howell, Crandall, I mean, all been out there for nearly every minute. Hutchins loses it out of play, turns it right back over to the Pirates. They have their largest lead at 17 with 3:14 remaining in the ball game. If this holds, the Pirates will stay in a first-place tie with Cuesta, and the Pirates travel to Cuesta on February 8th. Interior feed, Fennell missed the layup. Hutchins, trailed by Hankerson, in from the right, scoop shot is good.
Maybe a little bit too late for Santa Barbara at this point.
Hutchins goes coast to coast. 15-point deficit for Santa Barbara. Another timeout here from Ventura, the Pirates with the lead here on SoCalCollegeSports.com and the VC Sports Network. Pirates will have it, working the length of the court. Cowan and Reyes in together, along with Paul Moore. So a smaller lineup on the floor for Joey Ramirez. Finished out with Hankerson and Fennell, and they turn it over against the press. Reyes picks up the foul on the reach-in.
Not a good foul by Reyes. You also see a 2-point basket when you're up by 15 at this point.
Yeah, you're up 15. I mean, why stop the clock and get back, I suppose. But Reyes couldn't help himself. Went for the steal. Came up empty, and Clay will head back to the line, hit a couple of free throws earlier.
Or it could be padding his stats in the wrong way.
Clay hits the front end again.
You get points, I get fouls too.
He's up to 12 in the game. One more coming. Off the back iron.
Quiet second half for Clay. Give credit to Fennell shutting him down.
Reyes into the lane. Right-handed layup is good. Nobody stops the ball. Reyes goes 94 feet. Howell will answer, lays it in.
So I guess no one can stop the ball for both sides.
They try to set up the press. Reyes through a double team. Numbers for the Pirates. Hard drive off to Hankerson. Gathers, goes up, and he's fouled.
So we're now playing track and field with the basketball on both sides of the court. Just waiting for the batons.
Made this point last week in the victory for the Pirates. Gets Moore Park, and they seem with Cowan and Reyes on the floor like a very difficult team to press. And you saw there that Reyes didn't even particularly need any help. Just puts the ball on the floor.
I got it. I got it, Jeff. I got it.
Able to beat the press by himself, and it doesn't get any easier with a guy like Eddie Cowan as well out there who handles the ball so well. Not that the Vaqueros have a lot of choice at this point, trailing by 16. Hutchins for three. That's short. Moore taps the rebound to himself. Ticking down to 2:10 and counting remaining in the ballgame. Pirates looking to finish this one out. Reyes on the drive. Forces one up and a blocking call. Clay picks up the foul.
Maybe his fifth, I believe, and it is.
So Clay fouls out. That'll bring Makai Saeed into the game. Does anyone else have 4 fouls? Because we would be looking at a 4-on-5 situation here.
Not the most ideal thing. Luckily, there's only 2:03 left.
I'll tell you, Livingston's playing with 4 fouls. He can't pick up another one.
So we'll see a lot of open waters down in the paint for Ventura, if needed.
Reyes hits the first free throw. He's got 10 in the game, but his presence has been, I think, more noticeable than that. Is belied by that stat. I'm surprised he only has 10 points, now up to 11. Howell in from the left, driving on Fennell. Hangs, puts it up, no good, but he's fouled. So now it turns into a foul fest here late. Pirates cruising toward what would be a 4-1 mark in conference play. First free throw up and good for Howell. This the last game for the Pirates for a week. They have a bye on Wednesday. They'll be back in action next Saturday. Barbecue night here against Allen Hancock.
Bring your napkins. Gonna need them.
Both free throws good for Howell. 84-68. They try to double team Cowan, but he passes out to Reyes. Reyes has that tipped away from behind by Howell. It'll stay with Ventura. 1:51 remaining in the game.
Getting back to your point on fouls, Jeff, Livingston almost fouled on the press.
I was just about to make the same point. I mean, Livingston really went over there and looked like he did almost all he could.
That was a pretty good reach.
Yeah, to foul there. And he's playing with 4, and to our knowledge, nobody on the bench. So I suppose that is among the drama that's still left here in a 16-point game with 1:51 remaining. Take a time out here on the VC Sports Network. You're watching Ventura College basketball, brought to you by Joe Cap Realty and Crown Plaza, Ventura Beach. Coming up, about 15 minutes after the conclusion of this game, it'll be the Ventura College Lady Pirates hosting Santa Barbara City in Game 2 of our doubleheader. As the Lady Pirates try to stay hot. Got their record, I believe, up to 18-5. I have to double check that. Fennell will try from 3. No good. Moore keeps it alive. Out to Reyes. Reyes through a double team. Scoops it in. So Reyes saw the opening. Here's Howell with a hard drive. Puts it up and in.
Not to berate the point, when you're under, you have to box out on the first missed shot. You can't wait for that second rebound or third missed shot to get the ball back on your other side of the end.
Cowan a standing dribble around Hutchins. Pirates are working around the outside, try to kill some clock. 10 on the shot clock. Reyes through traffic, kicks it out. Hankerson gathers for 3, missed everything. Livingston has the rebound. Howell wants to run. It's a 3-on-1. Saeed's pass broken up by Cowan. Moore's got the steal. And now the Pirates can take it down to 1 possession and lock this one up. And, you know, we made the point very briefly at the top. In the last couple of games, the Vaqueros have been allowing right around 60 points a game in a couple of victories. And here are the Pirates. Terrific feed down low. Hankerson lays it in with 88 on the board. That's a real statement where the Pirates are offensively right now.
But that key loss to Gibbons in the first half, I think, is why they get him 86 points in the second half now. Make it 88 with the layup.
Steps back for 3 and misses. Fennell has got the rebound. Saeed is still down at the far end, but the Pirates can take out the rest of the clock without taking a shot, down to 6 seconds. And indeed, that will be the final. 88-70. The Pirates move to 4-1 in conference. They're now 13-11 overall. We'll step aside, come back, wrap things up, get you ready for the women's game here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. It's a final here from Ventura. The Ventura College men moved to 4-1 in conference play with an 88-70 victory over Santa Barbara City College. Jeff's going off back with Jay Holloway. And Jay, you have to be impressed. Cordell Hankerson leads the way with 31 points, but Fennell, Reyes, good stints from guys like Paul Moore coming in off the bench. And the Pirates really seem to be coming together as a unit here in conference play. Yeah,
it was not a good start in the first 10 minutes, but it was a good finish to finish the game for those 3 players. Hankerson, a great first half, 15 points in the first half, got the tone in their favor after he had 15 points.
Yeah, they really picked it up in the second half. Santa Barbara made a couple of runs, got it as close as 9, but never could get over the top. I think you have to give the Pirates a lot of credit for the work they did on the boards as well to kind of squelch that rally. And I think one guy that I think we were both very impressed with tonight was Robert Hutchins in a losing effort here tonight, but a guy who I think has some basketball ahead of him in his career.
Yeah, he worked hard for his shots, and he made a lot of tough shots tonight too, Jeff.
Hutchins ended up leading the way for Santa Barbara, but they fall here 88-70. They drop to 4-17 on the season. And we'll wrap things up for Game 1 here on SoCalCollegeSports.com. Remember, stick around. We have Game 2 as well. The women coming up in about 15 to 20 minutes, but we will be right back on the air with that here, and we'll get you ready for Game 2. Once again, the final score, 88-70 here in Game 1. The men of Ventura College move to 13-11. Overall, 4-1 in conference play. They stay atop the Western State North with Cuesta College. For Jay Holloway, Mike Zepeda, Matt Henson, Jorge Zepeda, everyone here at SoCalCollegeSports.com. Thanks so much for watching. So long, everybody.